So what CAUSE learned with this 8-day-long public hearing was that we were really limited in what we could do, particularly within a system that's geared to promote development. And that's basically what City Hall and Mission and probably most municipal city hall is basically a corporation to promote development. I think that's what it's called, the Mission Development Corporation. And so the policies, the processes are all in favor of development, very biased in favor of development. And it was extremely frustrating for us when we presented all of the science and all of our concerns to be met with deaf ears. It didn't fit within their system. And it led to extreme frustration on my part and many others, feeling of hopelessness that there was, and helplessness that there was very little that we could do, and many people feeling very burnt out, in fact quitting, even trying to engage and disengaging. I think that's why you see very low turnout in municipal elections, is you can't fight City Hall, and it's very true. But instead of completely giving up, we decided to turn our direction towards something that would have more power and more influence, and that was to directly engage with the public in an education kind of format, and that's where the magazine came from. We have a very small group, it's like 10 people to begin with, and there was really only so much we could do, but we had some extremely talented people in terms of printing. Nick Cuff, who had worked for many years for the Wilderness Committee and putting together flyers and things like that for them, and he joined our group and helped us out and started developing this concept of magazine with us that has continued to the present, and we're very grateful for that. And so this has changed the focus of our efforts from one of extreme frustration and futility into one of joy and love and a lot of hope, in that we get to reach out and meet people at all sorts of events like the Bald Eagle Festival and the Farmers Market. I've been asked to speak at the library on several occasions and in different gardening groups even, doing that in a way that creates more and more richness, and there's no end to people now that want to contribute to the magazine. Their photographs, their art, their poetry, their science, and so it just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and more people hear about it, the more credibility we have, especially because of the people that have been contributing and how renowned many of them are, and that just gives us more legitimacy in our voice, and people are learning about the area in a very positive way. So I find that very satisfying now, because I get to meet these writers and these artists, invite them to make the submissions, and then work with Nick in putting them together in a beautiful way, in a beautiful package that's both rich in terms of its science and information, and supportive of the good work that many activists are doing in this community, and beautiful in terms of the photography and the artwork that doesn't lie. You can't get beyond the images of eagles flying or owls or frogs that are all here, and seeing what they really look like with these photographers.